All right, it's Sunday night. Yo, when was the last time we recorded on a Sunday night?
It's been a long time since we recorded on a Sunday night.
This is probably the most alive I've been on the podcast for a while, because we always record first thing in the morning after, like, I've had a late night session in the studio or something.
After a busy weekend.
I'm normally sat here with my coffee, and bro, I've checked back on some of the podcasts and my hair is letting the team down on a couple of them.
Yeah, I just banged my coffee down.
Super hot hair and that. Anyway, Stylus and Double back in the friggin' building.
Hashtag Talkover Podcast.
Hashtag Talkover Podcast on the social medias. Yo, so what's going on, bro? You all good?
Yeah, I want to, before we get into today's topic, which I'm not even entirely sure what today's topic is, but
we got a couple. We're just going to chop it up tonight. We're having a Sunday catch-up.
I DJ'd for an under-18s event yesterday. Shouts to the guys at 30 events. Dino came through, Swarms came through and performed. Big Tobes rolled down as well.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a wicked night, bro. But you know what? And this is mental. I did a 3-hour set there, and I probably played less than 10 American or US tunes. The whole rest of the time was UK stuff. The whole rest.
That's sick.
Like,
these kids aren't plugged in. They're not staying plugged into the hip hop. Obviously, like,
bruv, I'm dropping.
US hip hop was a huge part of our upbringing, innit? Like, it's a bit different now. Like, UK is.
But I was dropping stuff like, even tunes from like Skengdo and AM that you couldn't really. I mean, I can't get away with that stuff. People that I play to on a regular club don't really vibe to those tunes. But like,
okay,
bruv, the place was going off, like, differently,
bro.
mate.
These under 18s, bruv, like, they're just plugged in on a different level because of, like, well, the internet, your grind dailies, like your blogs. Like, these kids are they're on it.
And I'm just gonna say, like, so I reckon probably the average age of them was about 14, 15. So
okay,
I think we're less than 5 years away from having just UK stuff in the club.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do. I really do. I think there will be a couple of crossover tunes. For example, last night, tunes that were popular. That Flip De Niro song was doing well.
Yeah, banger. That's a banger.
Roddy Ricch did well. That was probably one of the biggest tunes, actually.
Yo, Roddy Ricch had a situation last night. Have you seen the Twitter?
Oh no, I haven't. Let's get into that in a sec. Tell me about it.
He was meant to perform in Birmingham. Oh my god, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, man. tell me about that in a sec. Who else? Obviously, Sheck Wes, Mo Bamba went off. But other than that, Drake, not a lot else, bruv. Cardi B. And that literally, it was less than 10 tunes that I played. And it was all like kind of obvious one. Oh, Lil Mosey as well. Lil Mosey was a big tune.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the betas ones, innit, that are breaking through now. Whereas, like, a lot of the underground American hip-hop, like, used to reach our shores. Now, but the UK music scene wasn't as strong as it is now, so no. But it's not like the filter. There's like more of a filter on what's breaking through here. Do you know what I mean?
But it's amazing, man. So yeah, I reckon by the time, I mean, if they were 14, that means in 4 years they'll be hitting the clubs properly. So yeah, I reckon we're less than 5 years away from having just UK stuff being in the clubs. Probably, realistically, the way things are going, we're probably only about 2 years away from it.
No, I disagree, man. I still think there'll always be a place for it. Like, I just think the UK is like the way we're connected with America, and the way that artists are all trying to jump into us. Like, they want to get on us now. Do you remember when it was all about UK artists trying to break America?
Oh yeah.
Like, that was like a thing. Now it's like the Americans want a slice of what we've got. I think that crossover link from England to America is just going to get stronger. You know, that's the reason why I don't think it will. Like, American music will phase out.
But you know what they're not going to be able to do.
The collaborations and the link-ups are going to get bigger.
That's the thing. They're not going to be able to break into the market big enough without doing big link-ups.
Well, it's already started, isn't it, man? Like, look at some of the collabs between the, like, everyone wants a slice of the UK now, man. Yeah. And like, for a small country, bro, right, it's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there slowly.
Tell me about.
Oh, this week has been a bit mad.
Tell me about Roddy Ricch.
Oh yeah, Roddy Ricch. Yeah, he was meant to perform in Birmingham last night. I won't like name clubs and whatever. I'm not going to get into politics. But I seen him on his Twitter, and he was just like, "Oh, F this place, blah 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 blah." Like, and he's been tweeting about coming to the UK for time because he's wanted to come and do some shows, and then he's finally got here. And I don't think it like worked out well, and something to do with like they didn't pay him and whatnot. And he's stormed out, man. My man's left and like ranted it across his social media.
Oh wow! What, he just stormed out the club?
Yeah, apparently so. Like, he tweeted it himself. Like, he tweeted it. He was like, "Oh yeah, F this place. These guys didn't want to pay me my money or whatever, so I bounced." Like,
why?
If you F with Roddy Ricch, then don't F with this place, kind of thing. So,
but why is he coming into the club without getting paid beforehand? That's weird,
bruv. Yeah, I reckon he's just come here on like a, just trying to wing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, because you just, I don't know, man. Like, going into Birmingham for your first UK, and then for your first UK like slot in like a Birmingham club, and obviously it's completely backfired. It's not worked out for him. But I like Roddy Ricch, man. Guy's making some bangers right now.
Yeah, he is indeed.
So yeah, it's a shame.
Tell me about your week,
because you learned the hard way.
You've had a bit of a situation the last 7 days, innit? Break it down.
Fam, I've had an emotional week,
Sorry.
I've had an emotional week.
I shouldn't laugh.
Right. Did you just laugh?
Well, it's kind of an awkward laugh because I know the story.
This guy's a dickhead,
Sorry.
Right, are we talking about? Are we about? So, is this the laptop story? Yeah.
Go on.
The one that I've been crying about on my social media all week.
Yeah. But it's a bad situation. You know what? It's fucked.
It's a bad situation, right? To be fair, before I tell the story, big up the DJs, man, because like so many DJs reached out to help me in my time of need. So yeah, I thought that was sick. But yeah, basically this is what happened. So I'm in the club last Friday.
Yeah.
Wow, that was only a week ago. Shit. So I was in the club last Friday, doing my set, minding my own business. It got to about, I think it was like 2:30, so it was like an hour before the end of the night. And literally just mixing away, chilling. Bro, out of nowhere, this drink, it was like a full red cup, like the American party cups,
yeah.
So they're bigger than your average cups. This red cup, full of liquor and ice cubes, hits me in the side of the head. Right? So I'm soaked. And then it's bounced onto the laptop.
You never told me before that he hit you in the head with it.
Yeah, well, it like hit me on like the top of my shoulder, like the side of my head kind of thing. Yeah. But obviously I'm DJing in front of the laptop. So it's like ricocheted. And literally, it couldn't have landed any more perfectly on the keyboard of the laptop.
Bruh.
So like instantly, the laptop just turned off straight away. Like, it's not the first drink that's been dashed in this laptop, by the way.
Yeah.
This is like the third time now. And so the music's locked off. Everybody's looking around, what's going on? I've just picked my laptop up straight away, unplugged everything. Like, they tell you if you have like a drink damage, unplug it straight away, don't turn it on, turn it upside down, whatever. So I'm doing all the precautions. So I've unplugged it. At this point, I've not even looked around to see what's happened, because I'm like all eyes on the laptop. I'm not even taking in any of the situation yet. I'm not even at that point yet. Anyway, so I pulled the laptop off. Bro, this is when I knew I was doomed, right? I tipped the laptop to the front, and all this drink, right, it just flooded off. It was coming out of like the USB ports and shit, bro.
Oh,
like
rough.
It was, and like even like on a Mac, like you have the little air bit at the back of the screen.
Yeah.
Like it's all falling out of there. It was like a waterfall just opened up on my laptop, basically. So yeah. So right. So then anyway, music's off. Crowd do the usual. Oh, boo. Like a couple of boos and that. I'm thinking, fuck these guys. I don't even care about the crowd right now. Like, I've just fixed this laptop. Like, it must have been 2 months ago for a similar incident, which was an accident. Anyway, continuing with the story. The night ends at this point.
Yeah.
It's 2:30. Music's off. There's no way of getting it back on. I've got like mixed CDs or whatever in my bag, but at that point I wasn't even thinking about it, and like my care for the event went out the window at this point. I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, I'm not faffing around with mixed CDs or whatever. Like, the venue can sort this now. Like, my shit is my laptop is finished. It's like $3,000 down the drain. Anyway, night ends. We end up going in the office. I'm like, oh, can we try and find out who it is? Blah blah blah. Like, we'll have a look at the cameras and we'll try and see what went on. So it ends up being it's just like this just a young student, man. It was just a young kid from Wales who's like studying in Liverpool, whatever. And he's stood with his back like to the booth.
Yeah.
And then he's like looked over his shoulder. And then he's like looked back again. And then he's looked again. And then looked back. He's still got his back to the booth at this point. And then he just froze the whole drink like over his shoulder, like over his head on like a sly one. And it literally just hits, man, and goes all over the laptop. Obviously, but then he's ran off out of the exit. I've not even, because when it first happened, I didn't even look around to see what was going on.
Yeah,
I just thought it was some youth is gassed and is just threw a drink in the air. Like, it happens. Anyway, when I'd say, like, he got out there before I'd even turned around, so I didn't even get to see him. So it, like, basically, yeah, this kid sabotaged the set.
So he did it deliberately, yeah. Definitely did it deliberately.
Well, I can't say till I speak to the kid, but going off like the evidence, that I've accumulated, yeah, get me, Inspector Stylus. Like it looked like he'd done it on, like it was a calculated thing, like he'd done it on purpose. Now, so I was thinking to myself, why would someone do this? Like, has he come to the booth, have a party request? Like, has this chick come and chatted to me? Like, I don't know I've not even seen the kid. I don't recognise him. I play in this place every week, so I know most of the regulars. I know a lot of the faces that go in there. Didn't know him from Adam. So yeah, the guy basically sabotaged my setup. My laptop is dead. It's unsavable, and amateur mistake from me of not like having it covered. So one bit of advice to the DJs: make sure you get your shit covered, guys, because I just took the biggest L of my career, man. So the laptop's dead. Missed a whole week of gigs. Basically, they wanted it, I think it was a new battery, new keyboard, hard drive had failed, so they couldn't save the data. That was damaged. They were talking like 1,000 plus whatever to fix it. He said it's probably not even worth it. Like, you may as well just like get a new one. So yeah, I took the L, my G.
That's harsh.
I took the L on the laptop. Had to buy a new one. I got back in the club on Friday. So yeah, man. Like, I learnt the hard way on that one, bruv. I was thinking to myself, like, what's the best way to go about protecting? Like, I've looked into like gadget insurance and bits and bobs, and I personally don't know the best way to go about this. Like, I probably need a bit of advice still, or like I don't know what you do with your equipment. Like, have you got your stuff insured for the clubs?
Nah, not at all.
I've just bought a new laptop in it, so I'm like,
yeah,
stylus, protect yourself in it.
So I think there is some kind of insurance you can get as DJs, because I'm pretty sure there's a few like mobile DJs that I know, like, that do weddings and birthdays and stuff, that insure their whole setups, because they're obviously turning up with laptops, mixers, amps, speakers, lights, the whole lot. Like, some of them have proper serious setups as well, so I'm pretty sure there is some kind of insurance. But I mean, it's just,
I looked into that protect your bubble thing, which is like gadget insurance. Okay. But going off some things that I've read, I think when it comes down to like drink, and especially when you're in an area that is, I don't know, like a high risk, innit?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about drink damages, but you're in a club where there's drinks getting licked around all night.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the technicalities are, man. A lot of places don't like touching it.
Because I take my turntables to a lot of sets, I have always thought, like, what if something went wrong with the kit? Because obviously the turntables are worth a lot of money, and I've got the laptop. If that same scenario happened, if someone dashed a drink and it went in the laptop or went in the turntables, I have always thought to myself, like, should the clubs have responsibility for the equipment while it's in there? Like,
this is it. Like, a few people have said this to me, like, should the venue be liable? Or, like, this is the tough one about when you're a sole trader like us, and you're getting about your own business. Yeah. Like, kind of all falls on your own toes, man. And
yeah,
it's a tough one with venues.
It is. I personally,
I gotta be honest, man. I was a bit stuck this week. Like, I didn't know how to go about it, and like, and I've messaged the kid direct. I've tried to get hold of him, like, to no avail yet. But yeah, it's a tough one, man. Like, does the venue get involved? Does the venue chip in? Like, is it my own fault for not covering my own stuff? Like, it's a combination of a few things, man. But in the end, when it came down to it, like, the industry don't stop for no one. I needed a flipping laptop quick.
Yeah, so I had to just do it.
So, yeah, man. So I just had to bite the bullet eventually and just get another one. But I lost, like, my last backup was, like, end of November. So I had to, like, backlog music. And then, like, I lost all my employment and a lot of important stuff, bro. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't even completely about the music. Like, that shit can be replaced.
Yeah, you had a lot of personal files, in it, all to do with your...
Yeah, man. But, like, this is the thing, like, these people don't think. Like, what do you think's gonna happen if you step in next to a booth and you're dashing drinks around? Like, people are so oblivious. Like, I've seen people try and go to put like they're empty on like the edge of the booth.
Oh yeah.
Where it can just fall onto the decks. I'm like, so I always just look at them like, bro, what do you think is behind here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's when they lean over. It's when they lean over
station,
where the mixer is, where they lean over and try and put their drink on the DJ booth somewhere, like right next to the mixer. Like,
I'm here all night DJing with my headphones on, yeah, in the booth, and then they come over and try and drop a glass over it. What do you think is in this booth? like honestly, these people get drunk and they just lose all sense of like direction and where they're at, man.
Yeah.
So like that leads me on to another situation, like with. Because I spoke to a few DJs this week about it, like the way like some punters think they can talk to DJs. Like this isn't happening all the time. Like I've experienced it a couple times, and then a few people have messaged me this week and dealing with like similar situations. Like I think it's sick. Like off the back of this podcast, like I'm starting to feel like a DJ counselor. Don't mind. I don't mind it though, man. Like if I can pass on any knowledge or experience to any man,
yeah,
like I'm all for it. But yeah, I think that is a bit of a problem. Like
drunk people and their lack of manners.
Yeah, man. Like I get it when there's alcohol involved. It affects people's behaviour. People are affected in different ways and behaving like differently. But like, yo, when I get drunk, I'm happy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm kinder when I'm drunk. Like, I'm nicer when I'm drunk. I'm a bit leery, but like some of these kids, like they come and talk to you like you're shit, and they'll demand stuff. But it's like if I come to your workplace, wherever you work, and I spoke to you like that, do you think that's not going to run? Yeah,
I think it is just a mixture of, it's just because people get so drunk, they kind of just forget themselves a bit, innit? They forget their manners. And I know there's countless situations where people tell you what to play next, or do you know what I mean? Like they tell you to play a song instead of asking you if you can play it.
Well, if I love requests, ask for a song, but by all means. No. But like coming up and being rude and demanding stuff,
I hate it.
Like there's a way to go about your business.
I hate requests.
Like I have this rule where people come to the booth and I treat them instantly how they treat me on approach. That's my rule.
Yeah,
it's the rule. Like if you come to the booth and you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you come to the booth, you got an attitude, you'll get a little bit of attitude back. If you like, I think you've got to iron it out a little bit. Like, and you can't just let these people take the piss out of you, man. Like I'm nice majority of the time when I'm DJing, but if you come and you're not a nice person, like. But you bite back and they look at you in shock.
Yeah, I think, you know what, because also I think they count us,
obviously professional at all costs, man, but sometimes
no, but you know what, they consider
there's a barrier.
They consider us to be like employees at the club, and
exactly.
Like there's a difference, right? We're hired in to do a job, so we can actually conduct ourselves how we want. Now, yeah, I used to have this thing where basically no matter what, I would never be rude to anyone. Doesn't matter what, like I would never ever be rude. But then literally one day I was just, I can't remember the exact situation that happened, but just one day I was like, I pretty much adopted what you just said. I'll treat you how you treat me. And if people are rude to me, like they just get short answers. Or if, you know, one thing I dislike actually in the club is not just people being rude, people invading my personal space. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
Either it might be,
I hear that.
Bruv, I might be in the mix, yeah, or doing a trick or scratching or actually just mixing literally one song to the next. And they might walk up to the DJ box and put their phone like right in your face as you're trying to mix. So you're clearly busy and then boom, like you've got their phone, like right there in your face, like just. We haven't even made eye contact yet, and furthermore, we're in a dark club. Why do you have your phone screen turned up to like 5 billion%? Burn my fucking retinas. Or the other one, if they have access to the DJ box, like I have a club I play at where the access to the DJ box is from behind me, so I might be playing and then suddenly I'm getting grabbed on the shoulder or tapped or whatever while I'm mixing. And in fact, a guy...
Bro, that whole walking in the booth, man, like, that is... Yo, that'd be like me walking into the Weatherspoons and just walking behind the bar.
That's like when you're on the bus, you go past,
right,
past the line. You know when you go on a bus and it says don't walk past the line, so you're not level with the driver. Do that in the... Let's adopt that for the DJ box as well.
I've got a funny story to tell you, man. I'm going to tell you now.
Go on.
This whole people coming in the booth, yeah. I was in 2022 about 2 weeks ago. It's one of my Saturday spots in Manchester. And I'm not joking, right? Someone tried to leapfrog into the booth.
Pardon?
Right. Someone tried to leapfrog into the booth, right? But it went dramatically wrong. The guy was so drunk. So I'm DJing. Next thing. I look to the right. And there's a guy on the floor in the booth.
Inside the booth.
Inside the booth. On the floor, bro. So the guys tried to leapfrog over, like, it's like a half door. So it's not like a full height, it's like halfway and it like swings open. Yeah. And he's tried to like do like the full leapfrog to get his legs over and his knees over. But his feet, as he's come over, his feet have caught on the top of the door. So he's just gone flat pack into the booth, bro. And I just I was like, bro, what are you doing jumping over the door like that? Like, are you alright? Like, the guy smashed his head on the floor, G.
Drunk people are
he got up and he
idiots,
looked, bro, he got up and he looked disorientated. I was like, I was a little bit angry at first. Like, bro, what are you doing? And I moved him out the booth and then he was like stood next to the booth and he just looked drunk. I felt a bit tight. So 10 minutes later, I like pulled him over. I was like, bro, are you okay? Like, don't jump the booth like that, man. Like, you're just gonna hurt yourself, bro. Like, the door opens, innit?
Oh, mate. Fucking drunk people.
Bless
bro.
him.
Drunk people, man.
So yeah, laptop, and Punters giving abuse has been the highlight of the week this week. Like, a DJ from Brum hit me up today and was talking about a situation he dealt with in the club last night. Yeah. Where there was like a dodgy changeover because of some of the equipment was messing up. So like when the start of his set basically got a bit of a kick in the teeth with like the changeover, like music drop out and whatnot. And then there's like a big bunch of man them next to the booth as soon as he's kicked off his set. So like instantly they were like getting on his back and like giving him stick and like booing man and all that and whatever. And like he said it affected him. Do you know what I mean? Like these things aren't nice. Like, yeah. What gives the people the right to be like? Do you know what I mean? He said he tried to explain to these man, like, look, man, you're gonna get your songs. Like, I've got to play to the night. Do you know what I mean? You'll hear your rhythm. Everyone's gonna hear their rhythm, and like he's kept it professional at all costs. But then obviously, like, it's a bit of an after effect on it, and I just think these man should think before they speak.
Yeah, but you know what? People they don't take it. But into
then again,
account
you do need to get thick skin in this game, man. Like you do.
Yeah,
that's what I tried to explain to him. Like you do need that thick skin, and he said it's the first or second time it's happened to him, so it's understandable. Like I still get like roughed up a little bit over stuff like that now because I only want to perform to my best whenever I step behind the decks.
Yeah,
but like I know myself if I have not performed.
Bruv, you know what?
So the next day, like I'll beat myself up over it anyway without being booed.
You know what? There's always people in the club. Like, you cannot please everyone with every single song.
Impossible.
Like, there's always people. But you know what? It's weird because I've always said, like, I kind of get my energy DJing from the people around me. So if I'm in a club, yeah, and if the people right in front of the booth are having the sickest time, feed off that energy. That feeds me the energy, and I get into the waviest spot, brother, and I just start shelling differently, man.
No, it's true, man. That's a good shout. That like focus on that group.
Yeah.
Like, focus on the energy where the energy is.
But this is the thing: if I spot someone nearby, or if someone catches my eye that's not enjoying themselves, or even sometimes, you see in the club, someone like just might flip you the finger, or especially where I speak on the mic quite a lot. Like, you see some people in the club are just like, oh, like waving like wanker sign at me or whatever because they don't want to hear me speaking. Like, I automatically take that energy on board and it flips my energy, man. Like, I'm just like, I go from being like the waviest person. Suddenly I'm just like, right, fuck that guy. He doesn't want me to talk. I'll talk longer. Do you know what I memean? More. Exactly. Like,
it's like you said to me. I got a point off you, bro, when you said about when you like if you're in the dance and the people aren't feeling it, like I'll just then make it my mission to win them over by the end of the night.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I had a similar situation with a couple of guys that happened to be from Birmingham that were in the club the other week, and it was like an hour into the set, and my guy comes to the booth and goes, "You're dead, fam," to me, to my face. Swear down, bro. Wow. So I laugh now. Like, I'm at that point. I just kind of giggled and I was like, cool, great. Like, that's cool. Like, the door's there, innit? If you're not feeling it, you don't need.
Yeah.
I was keeping you here, bruv. Anyway, 2.5 hours later, who's having the time of their life in the club, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was the life of the party, bro. And I'm just thinking, and then he's coming over like, yo, pull his tune. I was like, bro. I'm thinking in my head, this guy come up and said I was dead, and I'm thinking that's what happens when you jump the gun.
Yeah,
let the night run its course. Roll with the music. We're not here to just play for individuals. We're playing for the room.
I just think with people, they need to be more like, if they don't like a DJ or if they don't like what the DJ's doing, leave the room.
But like, it's cool if they don't like you. Like, I get that. Bare people don't like me, but crack on then.
Yeah, exactly. Leave the room, because as the DJ, it's my decision on where the night's going musically. And if I do it so badly that more people don't like it, the room will be empty. Like, that should be the signal there. Like, if you don't like
9 times out of 10 as well, bro. The room is full and popping when people make these comments. And I'm like, look around you.
Yeah.
I always say, they're like, yo, play up. I'm playing for the gal.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, go catch a wine. Get involved.
Yeah, I do like it when you're able to turn people that don't seem to be having such a good night. When you can turn them from people that are like, oh, I don't like this. And then it
semi-pisses you off, but it semi-pisses you off a little bit. But then you look at it afterwards and you're like, yeah, man, you turn the haters into fans, innit? Yeah. So, like, that's it.
I do like that, but occasionally.
I never used to be like that, trust me.
Depending on what my mood is, sometimes, if I'm like...
I'm just going to have to reboot the cam.
Alright. Depending on my mood, I might actually, if I see that one guy who's not having a good time, or if someone cusses me, I might just figure out what music he doesn't like and I will play it until he leaves the room. Like, if I'm playing Bashment and he's like, oh, this Bashment stuff's dead, play Chief Keef, but I got a room full of girls wanting to Bashment. Bruv, cool. You personally have just extended my Bashment set by half an hour. Just because I want you to get the fuck out. Do you know what I mean? Like, but
it boils down to the short attention spans in the raves, man. These people don't have no patience for the music that they don't want to hear anymore. No. Like, just take it in and enjoy the vibes, man. Like, I promise you, by the end of the night, you would have had a good night if you just roll with it.
Exactly.
Like a lot of these people get in their own heads. Oh, this been dead. Yo, I'm not feeling this, and like they're telling themselves they're having a shit night. Create some energy with your people.
Yeah, innit?
Like, as long as I'm out with good people, I could go to a house rave or somewhere where I'm not even fully on the music like that. But if I'm with a bunch of good people where I know I can catch the bands, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have to remember, though, some people actually...
These people come out feeling entitled.
Well, that's the thing, though. You got to remember as well, some people, especially these days, they come out just to get some videos for their Instagram and stuff. They don't necessarily want a good night out, or they might not enjoy it until they get that turn-up video that they can show everyone else how much of a sick night they're having. That's what people are chasing these days, you know.
No, it's real. It's real. I very rarely use it in the clubs anyway, like that, so... I never got old of that. But anyway, man, guys, please be nice to us DJs, man. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, it's only DJs. It's only DJs that watch this.
We're out here providing vibes. We're out here providing vibes for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, this job is not easy. You know what I mean? Like, come on, be nice.
Yeah, I think more
like that one comment you come and make to someone at the booth, you just don't know what kind of effect it can have on like people. So
yeah, I think more to the point as well for DJs that watch this, like, if someone comments and is like, oh, the set's dead, or you need to change up the music, just, if you're not going to change up the music, just tell them. Or if they request a song and you're not going to play that song, don't say, yeah, I'll play the song in a little while and then never play it. Manage their expectation, because you have to remember as well.
You've got to be honest, man. Like, if I'm not going to play a song and they come up, I'll say no.
Yeah, exactly.
I never used to be like that. The first couple of years I was DJing, I would do that. I fell into that trap of, yeah, I'll play it. And then, like, you're putting them off and you're putting them off, and it just digs you in a hole. You're better off just saying no from the off if you're not going to play it. Or if you're going to play it later, let them know you're going to play it later. Like, I'm brutally honest now when I'm DJing.
Exactly. In
a nice way. But if I don't intend on playing that song, I will say.
But you got to be thick-skinned as well, because there are people are drunk here, and there are going to be people that are like, oh, you're dead, or the song's shit, or you're mixing shit or whatnot. But like, you know what? You're out in the club and you're paying to be here. I'm getting paid to be here, so your opinion doesn't really matter. And so yeah, for other DJs that are watching, just you got to be thick-skinned, and just don't forget, for every one person that cusses you, there's probably 300 people that are having the time of their life.
It's easy to focus on the negatives, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
but you've got to just
you'll get 100 comments saying, "Yo, that was sick, it was heavy, best night," and you'll get that one.
Yeah,
that just niggles away at you, man.
Bro, that happens to me on my YouTube. Happens to me on my YouTube channel.
You got to refocus the energy to the positivity, my bro.
Yeah, I'll get comments. I'll get a lot of comments that are like, "Yo, sick interview, sick interview, sick interview, sick interview," and then one person will comment, "Oh, this is a dead interview." And I'm like, right, fuck it. I need to find out that person's address. I need to find out where his mum works. I'm fucked up, right? Do you know what I mean? But then my point is, like, I almost sometimes skip over all the positive ones and all the fact that all these people have subscribed, and then there's one person that doesn't like a certain thing.
It's true, man.
Like,
it's real, bro. It's real, bro. It's like the situation with the Birmingham DJ that I was talking about. Yeah. Like, he said the same thing. He said, like, the next day his brethrens were like, nah, like, you shelled it, bro. Like, you was on it last night and the venue were happy and it was a good night.
Yeah.
But then obviously that negative comment from the man them just talking poo sits in the back of your mind, so it's easily done.
Yeah.
Bro, check this shit. DJ SK Mix, right? He tweeted, there's a guy, he's on Twitter, DJ_SK Mix. People need to stop coming to the DJ booth and asking DJs to switch genres. It's the most annoying thing on earth. Either listen to the music or go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Donch was the first reply I seen, and he put, "Can you play Bashment? Got to be the highest requested genre switch of all time."
Yeah, definitely. And then like what I'm finding nowadays,
and even then they want the same flipping couple.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Broke off your back and John Paul.
Bruv, you know what? I've been playing a lot of new Bashment recently, yeah, just to break some new stuff into the club, so I'm not doing the same tunes. And like, I've seen a lot of the people that request Bashment stop dancing. Playing new Shenseea stuff, playing new Busy Signal stuff, even playing Stylo's tune, Touchdown, yeah, big up Fanatics as well. One of the biggest tunes in Jamaica right now. That is one of the biggest dancehall tunes in the world. Has Nicki Minaj on it and Vybz Kartel. I play that every single set, yeah, and
I do, and it's not getting the
tons of the people, tons, not everyone. It does still hit. It does still hit a core crowd. It does still shell with a small selection of people, but tons of the people that ask, "Oh, can you play Bashment?" or they were winding up to a Conscience tune just now, they stop, and it's like,
yeah,
what do you want?
That's true. I think when people say Bashment, it's specific to the bangers that they it's specific in it to what the bangers that they know. Like, it's not an educated like request for Bashment.
No,
it's just like play the betas. But yeah, you're right about the genre switching. Is like, you'll play R&B and then they'll be like, you'll play some grime, or like the grime will come on and let's play like R&B, and it's like,
can't please everyone.
I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna make this work.
Yeah.
Anyway, the key is focus on the positives, man, and make sure you insure your laptops, guys.
Yeah.
That's today's motto.
And back up your music regularly. I'm literally just about to back my library.
2 laptops.
Ah, bad man.
Jeez. So I've got one big one. I'm showing my camera. I've got a big one for edits, and then the other one's over here recording audio, and backups as well, guys.
Back up your
double
music.
back up the backup if you have to.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm literally just about to back up my music library now.
Wow, why does my laptop look like it's had a bit of a... Oh dear.
And you know what, Stylus, you should have got the logo done, man. You should have got the logo done on your laptop.
Maybe. I've just took a hit, mate. I'm skint.
Yeah, hear that.
So if anyone wants to donate me, my GoFundMe page link is down below.
GoFundMe to
I mean,
get your
serious.
logo done
It's
in
not
your
even.
laptop.
It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke out here. Serious. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
Yes.
I'm gonna sort out the Apple Music this week as well. So anyone that wants to listen to the podcast through iTunes and whatever, it'll be there.
Perfect.
And then Spotify. I've not posted last week's podcast on Spotify yet, so hold tight. That'll be up, and then this one will be up as well with it. So, yeah, man, gonna get you fixed this week.
Good shit. Hashtag Talkover Podcast. Don't forget, hit us up on the social media as well if you've got any topics that you want us to cover, or put them in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. And most importantly, I don't think we really do this enough, but if you do watch on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, please, and turn on the alarm bell so you know when a new episode drops, because everybody knows, especially DJs, this is a numbers game and we're trying to get the numbers up. We want
exactly,
more
man.
subscribers.
Like, people out there talking about it, man, but exactly, more subscribers, man. Slowly, and we're nearly a year old now as well. So, like, we're out here, you know. Like, this year's gonna be we're gonna open it up this year. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yep.
More guests, more traveling. Get me? Double's gonna come down for the anniversary. We're gonna put party hats on. It's gonna be bants.
Oh, you shouldn't have told him.
You shouldn't have told him, this guy.
We should do it live.
Great Christmas crackers.
We do a live one with a live audience for the birthday.
No, bro, we're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there.
Everyone has to wear
like a
party
dope
hats.
Show, actually.
Hashtag Talkover Podcast. The end.